Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 boards. G g g g g g g g g g g g g g g g g g g g g g g. Boards games, boards games. It's what I'm talking about. Board games, board games. I'm not gonna shout. I am starting off this streaming with a little bit of singing, and today we are going to play a couple of streamable games that were made within the game jam that recently I went and ran. When I say recently, it was the last week. In fact, this is the end of that week. Board games, it's what we're going to play. Board games to enjoy your day. So, hello and welcome everyone. I hope that you are generally well. I am Bez. I guess that was as much beats as you can expect. Today we had the wee recap wrap up before, and we're about to play. Hopefully, McCall will be joining us in a wee bit, and we'll get someone joining us from chat, and we're going to be playing Show and Write, followed, or possibly in whichever order, Silent Submarine by Javier and Diana. So that's what we're doing today. And hello.
Hello.
It is lovely to see you. How are you?
Good, good. Yeah, it's been an interesting weekend. Lots of game stuff happening.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was just doing the intro, and we might be joined by McCall in a wee bit. This is, of course, very impromptu / ad hoc, like I did set it up a couple of hours ago. But it was just very much, okay, we've got the time that can work for you and can work for Javier. Let's do it. And let's play these things and see how it's gone. So, yeah, let me ask you about recent highlights, living life and seeing the sights, recent highlights, playing games and other delights, recent highlights. What have you been enjoying recently?
Yeah. So I've been playing a lot of biology themed games this week. So yeah, so I got to try one that's coming out later this year called Canopy. It's a little card
Ooh.
drafting game. Yeah, I like it a lot. Like I really like how the wildlife each have like their own individual effects. And so it's fun to see like, oh, here's what kinkajous do. Here's what these birds do. Here's what these butterflies
So
do.
it's all based on the real kind of behavior of these animals.
Like loosely, like
Okay.
yeah, loosely. Yeah, I think it's like so. My day job is writing about nonfiction about science,
Mm-mm.
and so it's like a thing I find very interesting is that if you're trying to translate a scientific concept into games, there's always limits on how accurate it can be. Well, accurate's maybe not the right word, but yeah. Sorry, I
Like
didn't mean to get serious.
nuance,
Um,
like granular. No, no, no. And that's what we're all about here. We're all about the tangents. It's all good. I
yeah,
mean, I know you have to be gone in 52 minutes. Is that right?
yeah, I have, yeah, I have a thing at five.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's currently 4:08 UK time. But yeah, did you mean like there's a limit to how granular you can be? Because I know John Coverview's done a bunch of stuff with that, got Genius Games, and
Yeah.
I know like people try to explore this, whereas with Wingspan, there is definitely lots of science there if you just look at the cards and ignore the game. I mean, the game's got nothing to do with the science, let's be honest, but for sure Hargrave might have said, okay, vaguely, because this is a predator, if it's eating something, it's vaguely related to that, maybe. But
Yeah,
at least you've got wee facts, and I loved the little bits of flavor text that I assume that was all written by Elizabeth Hargrave.
yeah, it's like really interesting to see this like field of like the science games tend to have like little designer notes
Mm-mm.
on them. And yeah, I mean obviously with Wingspan birds don't sit in a grid, um the way they the cards do. But yeah, I mean, there's like a lot of things. Like a lot of the predators can only eat birds that are smaller than them, which is accurate. And like it also calibrates like some of them go hunting for fish and not or mice. um, yeah. Yeah, I think like so yeah, I think a lot of games are like kind of loosely science inspired. As a Yeah, but I have played a couple of the Genius games, and like yeah, they're like really cute little games. It's actually kind of funny how much organic chemistry is actually like little. But,
1 minute,
sorry.
and we will see a hello to just
Hi.
clipping. Hello, McCall. So for those who don't know, this is McCall, who I used to live with, and that's Diana, who made a game. And let's start with Silent Sub first, and then go to the hand throwing game afterwards.
Oh,
And
wait. Silent Submarine is the hand throwing game.
No, Silent Submarine is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whereas the other one is Show and Tell, which is the gesture throwing.
Oh,
because Javier, I think, initiates two things. So let's start off with Silent Submarine. So McCall, just to catch you up, and everyone who's watching this,
I guess I can just track it on paper. All right. So yeah, I don't know, like Silent Submarine is just kind of a working title because so far we've actually been talking during the playtest. But yeah, so basically the premise is each player has their own little submarine. It starts at the surface. The surface is 0. So I'm drawing on a piece of paper, 0.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we had like a spreadsheet set up for tracking where the submarines go, but basically. There's 2 phases, the descent and the ascent. So the first phase, descent, what you're trying to do is to move the submarine, you show a number like 1, 2, 3, 4. In this case, like there's 3 of us, so you would pick the numbers 1, 2, or 3. And so to get your submarine to go down, you need to pick a unique number. So if 2 people pick 1 during the descent phase, then that cancels out. And the person who picked 2 or 3 will move down. And so during the ascent phase, it actually kind of reverses, where now instead of wanting unique numbers, you would want to pick matching numbers. So to move 1, you can always move 1 because that's guaranteed. Because you picked 1, that's at least one person picking 1. To move 2, at least 2 people have to pick 2, and to move 3. 3 people would have to pick 3. So the goal is to like start at the surface, go down somewhere, and then return to the surface. And the winner is the person who is closest to 0 at the end. So it is possible to go up into the air because these are special submarines with some sort of flying mechanism. We're not sure if it's a rocket, a hot air balloon, wings. We haven't decided yet.
Or you've just thrust yourself too hard into the surface of the water and you're jumping up, and yeah, there's some malfunction going on. I don't know.
At least one person to ascend needs to pick 1. What happens if more than one person picks 1 for ascending?
You still move 1. It's like the number greater to or equals. Yeah, and so yeah, I'm not sure where Javier is.
Also, if you select like 2 or 3, so it's like a gradual.
Javier says
wider movement if you pick like 2 or 3, for example, rather than 1.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry, ask the question again. I was reading the message.
So if you pick 2 or 3, it's a wider movement than 1.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So it's a bigger risk, but you might be thwarted. Javier, can you put the link to the like spreadsheet we're using to track, because I think that'll be easier than me doing it on paper at this point. Or I don't know.
Is that gonna be in the comments or?
So Javier is the co-designer of this game, and Javier is watching us from YouTube, but isn't joining us because of the TV in the same room, as you can see from the comments. I mean, we can all just keep track of our own number, maybe? I don't know, or would we all kind of say after each one?
Okay, all right, okay, cool. Yeah.
And how many rounds is it?
So that's the thing we're trying to nail down. I forgot to mention one important constraint. So when you successfully move, you cannot repeat that number. So if you successfully move down 1, you have to pick 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Until you successfully move again.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah. And in the case of a tie, if there's a tie for who's closest to 0 at the end, the person who went deepest wins. So yeah. So all right. So I think for the number of rounds, I suggested we could do number of players plus 2 for the descent. So that'll be 5. So let's do 5 for the descent, and for the ascent we could do 4 rounds. Okay. That sounds good. All right. Yeah, and we came up with this idea last night that because you do like a little countdown to displaying the numbers instead of going A, B, C, or 1, 2, 3, we're doing submarine. And on
Oh, I like it. Submarine.
Or whatever.
Because there's a long delay between our thing and YouTube, what I would suggest is if we go submarine like thrice, and then when we start speaking, like Javier can do it, and we go submarine, 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 like that. If that makes sense. Okay, just to give it Javier, and Javier's will probably still be late, but just because of the delay, just to account for that, if you know what I mean.
Okay.
All right.
So I've tried to take a note of the rules down at the bottom. So just to clarify, when you're going down, only unique numbers move. And when you're going up, you need at least as many people as the amounts that you want to move.
Right.
Okay, so we're going to keep track of how many rounds. It's going to be 6 rounds going down and then 4 rounds going up. Okay. And I guess it's a simple enough game.
Actually, since Javier is also playing, we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, so up to 4.
Okay. Great.
Yes. Right.
Okay. Do you know what you're doing, Nicole?
Yeah, so like a line for like the base level of the submarine in my sheet, or? I'm
just basically writing a number of where I am. I'm just going to be drawing a number and then crossing it out and writing new numbers for like -1 or -2 or -4. If I get to be -4, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah. And you want to make like a mental note of your last successful move. Like one of Javier's friends when we were playtesting suggested like you can keep track of your last successful move on your other hand. So if your last successful move was 1, you can just go 1 like this on your other hand, and then you know not to do that.
Well, so you do need to write kind of where you are to keep track of that.
Yeah. Like so, so like with the spreadsheet, it's a little, I think that is like the obstacle in this game right now is that there's like needs to be like we were doing it with the spreadsheet the other night. Like I haven't learned the notation for on paper yet. Actually,
do you want me to try and make something really quickly to make notes of everyone's things?
Okay. I'm trying to find like I'll just put like 4 little scraps of paper with initials on them. Or I could try doing that.
Because I can get something. I've opened a spreadsheet. Javi, Diane, McCall. You only get 4 letters. No, that's terrible.
Is this actually something that I'm supposed to see anywhere?
I'm just adding it. I'm going to add it to the chat in just 1 minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Share screen.
I apologize for not nailing this down.
There we go. And then down. We're going down like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then up 4. There we go.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. Great.
Okay. All right. So so we can put for the down phase, we can just, if we successfully move one, we can just put a 1, and you can kind of, yeah. All right, cool. All right.
Okay, I'm going to. Are you ready to go down some amount?
Yeah.
Wait, sorry, is it Diana? I'm sorry, I put the knot wrong.
Oh yeah, it's Diana with an A. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Nice.
Okay, remember, we're going to say submarine 3 times. Javier, feel free to count your thing in. Submarine, submarine, submarine.
Oh no.
No.
Wait,
So the twos cancel
I
out.
was supposed to play a number right there.
so you put down a 1, and Javier needs a bit more time to
Oh,
see
you got
if.
3.
Okay, so Nicole is -1 and Javier is -3. Actually, I'm going to do the depth rather than. There we go. Just be aware that positive numbers are low down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So, submarine, submarine, submarine.
No,
What?
3. Sorry, that was a 3.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, and who is Javier going to cancel out? And this is 2.
Oh,
so
2. Okay. So 1 and 3.
Okay, so McCall moves 3 more, and I move 1.
So remind me, I'm not supposed to play the same number again.
Yes, so you can't play a number 3 again, and I can't play a number 1.
Yeah, but 1 is back in play.
All right.
Okay, ready? Submarine, submarine, submarine. Oh, Nicole, why? Okay.
I've already played most of the other.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay, so Diana is the only person who moves. You moved for the first time. Congratulations. Okay, so let's see. Submarine, submarine, submarine. Okay, so let's see. I've got to 2, Diana's got to 1, McCall's got to 4, and Javi's got 2. So 1 and 4. That's 5 and 8. We're going down 2 more times.
Yeah.
But I've already played all my numbers. So.
Oh wait.
Yeah, it's just the most recent one. So
okay.
4.
I think I got it wrong. Javier was 1 that time. So actually everyone moved.
That's cool.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yep.
Submarine, submarine, submarine. Okay, so 2, Diana, McCall, you cancel each other out. And Javier couldn't have gone for a 1. So I've definitely moved. And Javier actually went for. So do you want to how was it working together, Diana?
Yeah, I think it worked really well. I think, because so Javier had like the basic idea for like a submarine game where you're like throwing numbers to move up and down. I suggested kind of reversing the mechanic on the second phase, and it's interesting because like the descent is, but yeah, it's been working pretty well. Like even with the time difference and like working over Zoom and like on completely different continents.
Yeah. It was really exciting to see you two come together. Okay, so we've got our final descent. Javier bid 2, so Javier does not move either. So, are you ready? Submarine, submarine, submarine. 1, 2, 3, and will Javier go for a 2 again? Or will Javier go for something different? Yeah, Javier's submitted a few. I think I met Javi at Festival International de Jeux was the time that we spent. Wow, 4.
Ooh.
So everyone moves a lot. And so I move 6. Who said, Nicole, you said 1?
Yeah.
Diana, you said 3?
Oh, shouldn't McCall be at 9?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Thank you. Well, I'm glad that someone's paying attention. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks.
So
Right.
now we've
Yeah.
got 4 ascents, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah. And so.
Are you ready to rise?
Yes.
Okay, so this round you want to go with the majority's choice kind of thing.
Not necessarily. If you
Oh no,
if you want to only move one,
as
you
many
need
people
one
as the
person.
number you want to play. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you want to go 4, you need everyone to have chosen 4 in
Okay,
order
yeah.
to move 4, which
Cool.
isn't that likely to happen. But okay, ascent phase starting. Do we still say submarine, or is there a different word?
Yeah, we're still, I think we're still
Rising
saying
sub?
submarine.
Okay. Submarine. 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 Yes.
Oh no.
2 people said 2. So I've gone up 2, 4. Nicole's gone up 2 to 7. Diana's still at 8.
I can't, yeah.
Javier said 2, so Javier's gone up to 6.
Huh. And now none of you can throw 2s.
Ooh,
Oh
that
yeah.
is true.
Yeah. So yeah.
Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's an important rule because for a moment I was thinking, okay, I'll go for 4 down and then I'll just go up 1 every time. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ready? Do you want to count us this time, Diana? I feel like I've been doing.
Oh no,
More
I don't. Okay. Submarine. Submarine. Submarine.
Submarine.
Yes. I picked a 1. Diana picked a 3. Nicole picked a 3, and it's going to affect what happens with Javier. Will Javier pick a 3 or not? This is the. Oh, Javier only went with 1. Sad times for you two. So 5. Okay.
2 more rounds. All right. So submarine.
Yeah.
Submarine. Submarine.
Yes. Okay, so Diana and I went for 2, so we definitely move 2. McCall definitely moves 1 because he cannot always move 1. And there and there. And Javi went for a 1. Oh no, a 2. So Javi also moves up 2. Cool. So final ascent round.
Ah. All right. Interesting. Okay. All right. Submarine. Submarine. Submarine.
Woo! No.
You just need Javi to join in. Come on, Javi, what are you going with? And so I've gone with 1, and so I've gone right to the surface, which is very good. I did only descent down to 6, which is the least amount. But so if there were a tie break. But everyone else moves up 3. Congratulations.
Yes.
Nice. Which means that actually Javi wins the tie break. Is that right? Because we are both at the surface, which means that it's me. No, sorry, it's Javi wins because Javi went down to 8. Then I come second because I was perfectly on the surface. Then McCall comes third, and then Diana comes 4th.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that was a fun wee game. It's like a nice, silly wee thing. What did you think of that, McCall?
Yeah, it's nice. It's a bit like abstract with the spreadsheet and stuff, like, and it's a submarine game, but yeah, it's cool.
How did you feel it went, Diana?
Yeah, I feel like it went pretty well. Yeah, it's interesting because it's you can play it over Zoom, like that was what we were going for. It ended up being like, I think like we were originally thinking like, oh, we want to aim for like a party game audience, but it actually does kind of have like, oh, there's actually a lot of thinking about like, oh, who's going to pick 2, how many people are actually going to risk a 3. But I don't know, I think that's kind of cool because I don't know, sometimes you don't feel like opening up Tabletop Simulator or Board Game Arena, or I don't know, just I think probably need to work on a standardized like tracking mechanism, but
Yeah, I mean, we probably, if everyone were keeping track of their own thing, it wouldn't be too difficult. But I think that seeing where everyone else was kind of nice.
Oh, definitely, yeah, to keep track of people, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I think that no, it's. I mean, every Tuesday we play games that are playable, and I think I did it maybe 2 times that we play with Tabletop Simulator, or one of them was a game that you needed to have some special equipment for. And I'm not going to say that I'm against that. Like, I've been playing a lot of Board Game Arena the past few days, and that's a lot of fun, and but sometimes you just want to be able to see each other's faces and have that be the focus. It's like, hey, here I am, and hey, there you are. Okay, so that's what you look like. You're not just some robot typing things into a computer message. And hey, McCall, you still exist. It's not like this one photo that I saw of you is like really old and, you're just faking it for... I don't know why you would, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, definitely. No, the social element is important in more games, like, let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I do like what some people do, which is play Board Game Arena, and then you have the voice, so at least you hear the voice, but even there, you've got to have something that you look at, and most people don't have like multiple screens. I don't have multiple screens. If you do, then sure, you can put the board on one screen and everybody's face is on another, but it can't work. So I think it's really nice having something like this, where you can just be like, okay, this is how we're going to move. We're going to move this many. Should we have a quick go a second time at it and see if it goes differently?
Yeah, we can do that.
How are you feeling, Nicole?
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay, cool. I've just scrolled it up, and so there we go. We are all starting on 0. So 6 down, 4 up. And if anyone who's watching wants to join in the game, it is super simple. Just let me know if you are wanting to join in, and I will add your name to the spreadsheet. So, do you want to count it this time, McCall?
Okay, I'll do it. All right. Submarine, submarine, submarine.
Oh, 3. Okay, 2 moves. And Javier said 3 as well, I think. No, that was from last game.
Yeah.
The suspense.
I like the plants in your background, by the way.
Pardon?
I like the plants in your background.
Oh, yeah, that's... my mum has these spider plants all over the house. It's really cool.
Oh.
And it was actually free, apparently. So... only one person moves, which was McCall? Was that you, McCall, who picked the 2?
I was the only one to play 2, so probably yes.
Okay, great. So, Javier, type it in now. Everyone else. Submarine. Submarine. Submarine.
Shit.
I threw that early.
Okay, so we didn't get the ones from Diana or McCall. You didn't actually manage to move. I'm going with a 2, and I want Javier to be different to me. So Javier went with 4. Okay. 2 and 4. Let's see if we can make it up to perfection again. Okay, last time 2 of us got to the 0. Is that quite common? Do you normally get to tiebreak?
So far, like, usually one person is closest to 0, but we've been fiddling with the number of rounds and different number of players, and so it's kind of...
No, I like it. I like because thematically, you're kind of exploring down and then coming back up. And quick hello to Rob. It's lovely to see you. This is us playing the submarine game. So, Javier, type it in now. And, Dina, do you want to chant us in?
Yeah, sure. Submarine, submarine, submarine.
Free. Oh, McCall did. Oh, McCall.
Yeah,
You went. Yeah, Javier went with free as well.
Oh, I should have gone for
Okay, we're halfway through our descent, and none of us have made it further than 4. And just to clarify, 4 is the maximum. Is it because there's 4 players, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, in this 7-player game, things might get a little bit crazy with.
So with 7, you go up to 5 because you've got 5 fingers, just so it's easy to hold. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would agree with that. Okay, Javier, type in now and.
Submarine, submarine, submarine.
Oh wait, I can't do that. I didn't look at anybody else's, but I couldn't do number 2.
We have 2 2s, unfortunately.
I know that looks like I was cheating, but I was genuinely looking at the spreadsheet, so I couldn't see you. And oh, Javier went to 3, so no one moves at all.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. So I'm just going to type in the things just to clarify that is where we all are. And we have 2 more turns of moving down. We are all probably going to be rocketing into the air. This is kind of crazy. Okay.
Submarine.
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 Oh no! All of us went for the same thing! Damn you! Oh my gosh! Oh no! No! We were all thinking.
None of us played a 4 in a long time.
Oh my gosh! Oh no! Oh my gosh! That is sad times. And I'm only 2 down. I've spent all this time as my submarine trying
to. We're all so close together. Oh man.
And Diana, you've only gone 1 down from the surface.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to work really hard not to go flying up in the air.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Is it the last round down, right?
Yeah, last round going down.
Okay.
All right. Submarine, submarine, submarine.
Okay.
Oh no.
So Diana and McCall, do not move.
Oh my
so
God.
You are at 2. That's very dangerous. You're only at 1.
Yeah.
And wait a minute. I can't do 2. I'm disqualified because I can't do 2.
Oh, should we do it again then? Or
I think I should just be disqualified. I don't know.
Oh yeah. You could just stay at 2 also.
Yeah, I mean, that feels like a reasonable way to deal with someone messing up because they've been too distracted or whatever.
Yeah.
Let me... After first phase, yeah, Bez -2, McCall -2, Diana -1, and McCall... Oh, Javi -7. Yep, that is perfectly true. So, Ascension phase, I guess.
Yeah, and so now basically it's going to be interesting because I'm going to want to hardly move at all.
And
you can't do the last number you move successfully. Actually, that resets for the phase switch. So anyone can play any number this turn. But if we all play 4 because we don't want to move, then we're going to go flying.
Remind me again, the aim of the game is to go to 0 level.
Yes.
Yeah.
You want your submarine to surface. So you've
Yeah.
got to plunge the depths, but then you have to surface back again.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it's... I can see what's going to happen. Okay.
Okay, is everybody ready? Yeah, I guess Javi can put a number now. Okay.
Yeah.
Submarine. Submarine. Submarine.
Okay, McCall said 1.
Okay.
So McCall moves 1. I said 2. 2 people didn't say 2. Diana, you said 3.
Yeah, so I stay put.
Okay, and Javi said 2.
So you do move.
Oh, so I did move.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm on... Oh, dear. Okay, so Javi says 3, so Javi's on 4. And... yeah, that's going to be tricky for you, McCall, because you can't use a 1 again.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, it's fine. I think I'm trying to figure out how to play this. Yeah.
I think it's us to go flying up. Like she has the best interest in making us. What's the distance from 0? So the higher. So if you're only 1 up in the air, and everyone else is 3 or 4 up in the air, you would still win. It's whoever's closest to 0.
You're the lowest up in the air.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Do you want to count us in, McCall, or are you happy for Diana to do it?
Yeah. Submarine. 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 Oh, it's a 4. Sorry, it's a 4.
Okay. So I'm on a 3 because I don't want to move. Diana's on a 2, presumably trying to not move. And yeah, nobody moves. So now we are on the next round. Penultimate round.
Okay.
We've all stayed put. Although I'm sure that Javi wants to move, but sucks to be you.
Right. Submarine.
Submarine. Submarine.
Oh, okay. So we both move up 1.
Yeah.
Well, can McCall move 1? Because McCall, you moved 1 was your last successful thing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it's the last successful play, not like the last number played in general.
Yeah, it's the last successful move.
Sorry, yeah, I got the rule wrong.
No, sorry, I should have clarified that better.
Yeah, like just don't make me move. That's fine.
And then final round.
Okay. Okay.
Submarine. 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 2, 3, 3. I should have done a 4. And Javier's gone for... Really? Yeah, I should...
Still flying. Okay.
I can't believe I did that. Why did I not go 4? And you are +1. Sorry. We'll call you -1, which is in the air, and Javi can be 1. So, McCall and have tied, which means that because Javier went down further. Oh man, if only I'd played the 1, I would have done so well. But yeah, that was... If I wanted to blame it on something and be like, oh, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I lost, but it was only because I was trying to take notes simultaneously. Clearly.
It's like, I don't know. It's interesting. Like, there's a lot of things that can go sideways in this game, I feel like. Well, I mean, actually, it doesn't go sideways, not literally, but, you know.
Wait, yeah. Javier, isn't my spreadsheets correct? You and McCall moved 2. Oh, no, wait.
I think I'm like one above water.
Oh,
now.
you put
Yeah,
you
what?
put 2, but you wouldn't have actually moved 2 because no one put the 2. But Javier, so actually you would be still in the water on a 1.
Or maybe, yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
so yeah, because Javier rolled 3 and we all went with 3. So
Yeah, so yeah, we're in the air. But we're flying. That's good.
I mean, according to Javier, I might have recorded it badly, but I mean, this is the spreadsheet that I got, so I don't know where I made a mistake.
I think it's just the negative and positive. Like I think because you were putting just the numbers down for positive, so like we should be at -3 because we're -3 in the air. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's right, and that matches for the most part. It's just that Javier's doesn't match with. Okay, Javier had -5 here. That
Yeah. So
-7. Oh yes, I put 2 instead of 3. Yeah, I moved Javi. Yeah, I moved Javi 3 rather than 2. Sorry about
okay,
that.
so McCall wins. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
so McCall wins.
Cool.
There you go. It's definitely incredibly random. Like it feels I don't know, it feels random to me. It feels like
I think it's random if you want to make it random, but like if you want to observe what other people are doing and their objective, you can kind of work out around that too. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I wonder if doing 4 is too easy, because if I had done 4, then I would have 1. But I wonder if that's too easy a decision, if you know what I mean. Because being able to do some no, coming up, being able to say this will only work if literally everyone uses it.
Oh
then it's
no,
quite
yeah, in my opinion, is way easier because you can like, you kind of know, like if you want to not move at all, then yeah, you go for like a higher number and nobody else is gonna. But yeah.
So I wonder if like the maximum should be slightly lower, like if it should be.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe for 4 people, 3 would be fine.
Yeah,
and
maybe.
for 5 people, maybe still 3. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. We did some like random tests with like some with a little card simulator, and like so those were completely random, and like so I think 3 with 5 people completely randomly. I mean, it's weird because it's random, but it's not random. You know what? Because it's like you want to go. Yeah, because it's very weird. Because
I mean, like if you see where other people are, then you can sort of get an idea what other people might be thinking. Like I knew that you and McCall aren't really wanting to move, and Javier's wanting to move a lot.
Yeah, you can kind of sort of predict a little bit, but.
So
but
I don't know, I'm just
like,
feeling like being able to not move so easily is it feels a bit cheap.
Yeah.
So like you were saying, oh, we're not going down that much. Like it's gonna be an issue to like not shoot up in the air. But I don't think so, to be honest, because there's many ways that you can just like play safe, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah. We had some ideas for like mechanisms that might make you like it. We're considering having a 0, and if more than one person picks 0, then you actually get moved up, which could be I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, it's a game, so there's a lot of different things you could do. But yeah, I mean, I think that's definitely an issue, that it's a little too easy to stay put by just picking 4. Another, yeah.
I wonder, like for the length of the game, maybe if the submarines kind of explodes for some reason randomly. I don't know, maybe I'm being too violent, but what if, they malfunction? Like if you do something wrong, like you pick something that too many people have chosen or that no one else has chosen at all too many times in a row, then your submarine just it stalled and it
I don't know. Well, Maybe. Another
I don't
idea
know.
I was kind of toying with is like everyone at the beginning gets like a little hidden roll tile with a number on it, and that number you can't pick no matter what. So you would be trying to deduce what numbers people can't pick. Like if someone, but I feel like it would be kind of unfair to the person who can't pick one and the person who can't pick the biggest number, because that's a bigger disadvantage. But I don't know. Also, like, yeah, you would have to like DM everybody if you were playing it over Zoom what their number is. And
then that would mean that one person can't play, which isn't great.
Yeah.
No, I really liked it, and I think that, like, do you feel like how? I mean, I feel like it's definitely simple enough that it sticks in your mind, and in a year's time, I would imagine be like, oh yeah, I know how to play that.
Yeah, no, it's a nice game, nice casual game to play for sure.
And like, if you were sitting around a table, I mean, in times of after isolation, as I'm going to start calling them, we had like times before isolation and times after isolation. And the isolation isn't just lockdown, it's like this whole kind of probably going to be like 2 or could be 3 years. I don't know what it's going to be like. But yeah, we'll see what. Anyway, sorry, let's not get too morbid. But in times of after isolation, maybe you've got, I don't know, wee tokens, or you just use some pennies or something to remember how far you are down. And you could also have in chats everyone saying, oh yeah, this is what I used. It feels like you can't use your previous thing, so you can't just keep doing one, because again, doing one would be super cheap. But yeah, no, well done on everything that you've managed to get together. And so yeah, and before I let you go, like, how has it been for you? Did you have fun, I hope? And do you have any suggestions if I were to do something similar again?
Yeah, I think this, like thanks a lot for organizing this. Like, I think game jams are actually very helpful for me to like get ideas out and like having deadlines. I think it actually worked really well because Javi and I have kind of like different sensibilities, but that actually helped. Because that way we can get like, we were able to get like 2 different mechanisms that have slightly different flavors and kind of put them.
You and Javier decided this game together.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, and we were able to do it all remotely. And like, I'm really glad that Javi just kind of popped into the Looking for Teams channel and was like, "Hey, I have a game idea. Does anyone want to help with it?" So, I think it's been going pretty well. And it's like it's cool to make a game in a week, and it's I think you've done a really good job organizing and running this. I think, I wish I could stick around and like see the next game. I have another call that I have to do, but and I think actually I think my one suggestion for like future game jam things like this would be like if like I wasn't sure when the play tests like I wanted to tune in for more of these streams, but I wasn't sure exactly when they were happening. So maybe if that was like a more designated schedule ahead of time, but then that creates another problem where it's like, oh, everybody's got their own schedules and everything's.
Yeah, it's a difficult thing because I wasn't sure, but no, that's really good feedback, and yeah, it's definitely something I'll see if I can maybe. Even like if it's a week-long thing, maybe on the Friday, if it's finishing on Saturday, say, okay, everyone, let me know out of these possible time slots what time works for you, and we'll kind of sort stuff out so we can actually just put it together. Because I know a lot of the things we played a bunch of the things on Saturday morning, and then we played one thing on Sunday. It was a mixture of getting everyone together and herding the cats, and you know how it is. But no, there's always wee things that could be done. And I'll say to anyone watching this, if you want to check this out, go to stuffbabes.com/Discord. There is going to be a channel up there. I will keep that channel so Javi and Diana, if you want to, like, not every game needs to be worked on indefinitely, and so yeah, if you are just like, okay, that's it, and people can check it out and like, okay, that's how it came to be. That's like the story of almost we've got a text record of your thoughts a wee bit. But if you do want to put something about the game in there, then feel free to.
I think it would be cool. I feel like the game needs a little more fine tuning, but I do feel like it's like, I don't know. I like the idea of putting out a Zoom game or a Skype video call, Twitch game, whatever video platform.
I think it's hard to make a board game work like that. So yeah, like over Zoom and not being there in the same room and stuff. So yeah, well done.
Yeah, it's definitely been like a paradigm shift, I think, kind of working out what can work for this format. But it's so much fun. And thank you very much for joining in. I'm going to stop that screen and start sharing the screen of the next one, which is Javier's solo effort. But yeah, I guess for now, yeah, I hope you enjoy your meeting, and bye for now, and don't be a stranger.
Yeah, I'll see you again on the internet.
Bye.
Okay, so we've got one more game, which is also quite a short thing, which, there we go. This one, you might have to draw some sort of grid. So
can I just have a 1 minute bathroom break?
Yeah, of course. I'll read through the instructions, and because there's a wee bit that's, and Javier, let me know if there's a more recent version of this game. So, Show and Write, working title, is a roll and write game where you only need your hands to play. And so you do actually need a pencil and a bit of paper or something to fill in the grid, I believe. It's for 3 to 10 players, about 25 to 35 minutes. You're placing polyominoes, you're rolling and writing, and you're selecting things simultaneously. You've got the long thing, you've got the arch, you've got the square, you've got the L, you've got the plus, and you've got the T, as displayed over here. Everyone agrees on a board 1, 2, or 3. Print the board or open the spreadsheet. And at the count of 3, everyone makes hand gestures simultaneously. So if you're in chat, you're just going to have to jump in with, I think, I, C, O, L, plus, or T. So this is where it gets a wee bit complicated. Everyone's going to show one of these shapes, if you can see them with the little hands. So it's kind of like you're showing what you want to draw. If there's a shape that's been picked by the majority of the players, that's the chosen shape. And everyone is going to fill in their grid according to what the chosen shape is. And anyone in the minority who hasn't picked the majority will be disappointed and will get 1 wild token per person in the minority. So does that mean 1 wild token each? I will actually just ask. It might be easier if Javier can jump on for a tiny bit, but is that 1 wild token each, or is that like if no one had done it, would we get, like if there were 5 of us and 2 people had gone for one thing, 3 of us had gone for different shapes, would we get 3 each? If there's no majority shape, then everyone must fill in a black square anywhere. So you just kind of fill in 1 black square, just not a black 2x2 square, just a black square. And then we keep going. If we have a majority, everyone fills it in. Shapes can be rotated, shapes can be mirrored, shapes can be drawn on any blank space on the board. It must be drawn according to the color of the number of the current round. So you need to have different colors. After drawing the chosen shape, you can use up to 3 acquired wild tokens in any of the ways, in either of the two ways explained below. Either you can use a wild token to fill a square anywhere according to the color of the current round, then discard a token, or use a wild token to turn a black square in the grid into the color of the current round. So you're basically something to do with the current round. And then this is where I think there's a second page that I need to open. Sorry about this. Yeah, here we go. End game and scoring. So after the 12th round, if you've got a complete row, you get 10 points. If you've got a complete column, you get 20 points. If you've got three adjacent squares of the same color in a row, you get 3 points. I'm slightly confused by this one, Javier, and Javier still hasn't told us how the wild tokens work. I'm assuming I can see that someone's watching on YouTube, because normally there's not that many people on YouTube, it's mainly Twitch. And so I'm assuming Javier's still there. But for each set of three adjacent squares of the same color, like if you've got more than three, if you've got four, does that count as 3 and then another 3? Or or does it have to be separate 3? And with the 3 adjacent squares, some of the things have. Javier says the links are not showing. Can you see the end game and scoring that I'm showing, Nicole?
Yes.
Okay. Javier's trying to send me links apparently. Okay, let me can I Javier, I don't know how to moderate the YouTube. If you do it either in the Discord, the links you pasted in the comment. Yeah, in the comments, I think if you paste it in Discord, that's going to be easier, Javier. Sorry about the wee. This is the way it goes the first time you try playing something. Color row. Color column. For 6 adjacent squares of the same color in a column, you get 6 points. For each set of 2 unused wild tokens, you get 3 points. For 1, 2, or 3 completely surrounded smileys, you get 3, 7, or 12. And the let me show you what the spreadsheet looks like. The spreadsheet looks like this one. So yeah, here's a slightly tricky bit. It's not super simple to draw, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I mean, if you have lined paper, you could do 7 columns on some lined paper. Otherwise, I can try. The question about the tokens was, it says that you get a token per player that wasn't in the majority. So if there is no majority, would we get 3 tokens each, or would we get 1 token each? That's the bit that I'm not sure about. And how can I get... Let me get rid of this. Never mind. So yeah, you've got your scoring system, and okay, so there's only 3 colors: yellow, red, and blue. Yellow, red, and blue. Yellow, red, and blue. Yellow, red, and blue. Okay. So each round we're going to have something in one of these 3 colors, and you want to have different things in similar. So we've only got 12 shapes, and we're going to alternate between yellow, red, and blue. I'm going to copy paste this bit to here. And that seems, yeah, useful. In a 3-player game, you'll only get 1 token, says Javier. Okay. So this is the important bit, which is this image. If you see that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And Javier, the one thing I'm not sure about is the color rows. For each set of 3 adjacent squares of the same color in a row, you get 3 points. Does that mean that if there's 4 in a row, would you get, because that's a set of 3, this is a different set of 3, would that score you twice? Yeah, I'm really confused because Javier, if you're able to come on and chat, that would be helpful. But okay, you score it once per row. So if you've got 3 adjacent squares of the same color in a row, as long as that happens once. So if you've got 6, would you still only score it once? Is that correct, Javi? So for each column, for each row, you get 10 points if it's complete and 3 points if there's 3 adjacent squares. Each column is 20 points if it's complete, 6 points if you've got 6 adjacent squares of the same color. And wild tokens, you get 3 points for every 2. And for 1, 2, or 3 surrounded smileys, it's 3, 7, or 12. There's quite a bit going on with the scoring, but hopefully we can keep it in the head. Are you feeling up to this, Nicole?
Yeah, sure. Of course. I'm just like waiting for
us to start. Have you managed? Do you need a link to your own sheets, or do you want me, or have you drawn it out yourself?
No, I need some instructions.
Okay, so it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a 7 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Oh, that basically, okay.
It's a 7 by 14.
Okay, so do I need to draw out the black cells in between too?
Yeah, so on the top, it's on the far right, then it's in the middle, then it's...
Yeah. What about the smiley faces?
Yeah, the smiley faces are the ones that you want to try and surround.
Okay.
And then line
14%.
Yeah, so
okay.
Try and copy these little black things.
Yeah.
Although it occurs to me that turning a black thing into a color is going to be difficult if you've drawn it out. That's a problem.
Oh yeah, I'll try to. I'll do it some other way. It's fine.
You can draw a little cross through it, maybe.
Yeah.
And Javier didn't think about 3 and 3, so let's just say you score each row or column, you want at least 1 group of 3 in it. So I'm just double checking the instructions again. When it's filled, I am assuming a filled row is everyone must fill a black square anywhere. Yeah, in step 2B, that just means you cross off a square. And the only advantage of colouring in a crossed off square is that you can then get 3 in a row to make it slightly easier if you want to. I mean, yeah, it's fine as long as you just do a cross instead of a black.
Yeah, I've done it. It's already on my end.
Okay, tell me when you're all done.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Okay. Well, you know what? I was going to say, is it? We've got 12 rounds, and have you got 3 different colours, McCall, that you can choose for yellow, red, and blue for colouring in?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
All the colours.
McCall is the colourist with the best colourist in the mist with a fist of colours. Okay. Whoops. Why? There we go. I will swap between these 2 views, I think. That seems good. Okay, so first we choose our things. So we get to choose one of these possibilities. So line, arch, square, L, plus, or T. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's just say throw the shape, and then yeah, sure, Javier, you can jump in. You've got the link, so just jump in. So we'll wait. Let's wait 30 seconds for Javier. So yeah, Javier used to do a wee bit of work occasionally for Alley Cats Games, who I used to do some work for, and we stayed together for a few nights in Cannes in Festival International de Jeux. Yeah, we've not really talked so much since then. Javier's been watching quite a few of my streams from YouTube. We submitted a few of the games that you would have. I don't know if you actually played any of Javier's games, because most of them were played by myself and Layla and Chris. But I'm not sure if you actually played any of Javier's games. But no, definitely Javier had some really interesting ideas. But one of the games, I said, you know what, I'm just asking Javier to resubmit it to another day, because it's for 5 to 15 players. And that's not great for this day and age. And hello, I was just talking about you to fill up time. So, are you ready? Okay.
Yep.
Throw that shape, throw that shape, throw that shape. Okay, so we've all got different things. So, Javier, does this mean that we get only one each? Is that correct? So we only get one wild marker each? Javier? Oh, in the chat. There's no majority, so wait. Oh yeah, it's only if there's majority that you get the tokens. Okay. Let me just double check. If there's no shaped, oh yes, if there's no shape picked, then okay, I get it. Sorry, I get it. So everyone must cross off a square somewhere. So you've got to cross off a square. And crossing off a square, does this count as does this count as surrounding a smiley? me check with Javier. Does this count as surrounding a smiley? And does crossing off a square count as filling in a row and column? Okay, it does.
So hold on, what's happening with the smileys?
So with the smileys, you are trying to surround them with something. So, and when it's, oh, that's a question. With the smiley, when you surround them, does it have to be all 9 things around it, or, I mean, all 8, or just the 4? All 8, okay. So,
Okay.
yep. I'm going to cross off this one. Whoops. There we go. That's what I've done. Right. Are you ready for the second shape? Throw the shape, throw the shape, throw the shape. Oh, okay. So we all draw an L, and I get a wild, which I will mark somewhere. So this is round 2. So we are drawing in red.
Sorry, what was the previous color?
So the previous color, you just crossed it off.
What do you mean? Just crossed it off?
You just cross off one square. You don't actually use a color. So you know how some of them were black. So this one that's black here, if you can see the one that I've highlighted.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry, this one here. This one used to be white. I just crossed off something. So you choose one square if there's no majority, and you cross off that one square.
Okay.
But now we are drawing a L in red, I guess. Okay. Let's see.
Okay, yeah.
There we go. Okay, so
why are you doing your game? Like, why are you streaming your own personal game?
Just to show how the progress on it. I don't think we need to share it. I don't think that's part of the game rules. But I just thought it would be like, yeah, this is how it's going, and sometimes it's interesting to compare it to other people.
Okay.
So, round 3. Okay. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Throw that shape.
Yeah.
Damn. How do you keep coming up with... Okay. Let's see. That's not the color I wanted.
What color is it?
I mean, it's not the shape I wanted. It is in blue.
Okay.
And colors are only for having 3 adjacents in the same rows. And I'm going to do that, I think. Actually, I get 6 points for... I should do blues downwards because I get 6 points for that. Okay.
Oh, let me think.
So, I'm going to double check the...
Is it 3 cubes horizontal and 3 cubes vertical?
So it is a T shape, so it looks like 3 along with 1 off in the middle.
Ah, yes. Yeah, we just won. Okay.
So I did it with the blues here.
Yeah, I got the L right at least. Yeah, it's fine. Right.
Okay. Should probably double check what I can actually use. These, okay, wild tokens, either, okay, to turn black squares or 1 wild to fill a grid. Okay, fine. We are round 4, so we're back to yellow. You ready?
Yeah.
Throw that shape, throw that shape, throw that shape. How are you two so in sync? What's going on? What's
Great
going on? No, that's not a great mind at all.
I don't know.
I mean, to be fair, I get a few bonus points for being different, so it's not too bad. Yeah, basically got in a wild token every time there's been a majority. Okay, so now we are and stream elements reminds me to stretch around just to make sure the body isn't broken. I need to do some proper stretching after this and going to do a wee bit of exercise and some drawing of categorical shapes. I didn't say I draw lots of them, just I'll start them. But yeah, that is me so far. Not done too badly.
Cool.
So we are on red again. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Okay, so Javier and I are agreed it should definitely be a long thing. Macaulay gets a star. And you can use stars to fill in one extra square, or you can use the star to color in a cross.
Okay, so I can use it anytime I want.
Pretty much, you can only use a maximum of 3 at a time.
Okay,
Javier,
so
I see that there's 1 star that I started with on the sheet. Is that intentional? Does everyone start with 1? Javier? Okay, so everyone starts with 1.
Okay, so I got 2 now because I gained 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And
Exactly.
Brad L. Okay.
So round 6. We're almost halfway through this. Okay, round 6. What do you want it to be? Are you ready? Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Okay, so there's no majority. So round 6, we just cross off something and make it black. And I have managed to surround one of my smileys. So reasonably happy with that.
Well, can you repeat again what's supposed to happen to the black squares?
The black squares, you just cross them off. They don't count as 3 in a row of the same color on that row or column, but it helps you fill in a row or fill in a column or surround a smiley.
Okay.
So it's not too bad, actually. I mean, it means that you can get rid of those weird little bits. Like I only had 1 gap that I needed to fill, and so it was boom, I've got that 1 gap sorted. Going to double check the scoring system. Oh man, it's really all about the rows and columns. I should have yeah, surrounding the smileys seems like a distraction. I need to start filling in more rows and columns, I think. Not sure. Okay, so we are on round 7 with the yellows. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Throw that shape.
Oh, is that the same?
Were you trying to do a T?
Yeah.
Okay. I was trying to do that. Like the big plus.
Oh, the plus. No, I was trying to do the T.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just thinking about. Sorry, just for a moment, I was thinking there's a few different bits going on, but so So we all do a yellow tea for round 7. 3, 4. So I've chucked them in there, and round 8 for red. I need to ponder what I'm going to go
If
for.
I decide to use my star, do I need to draw it a specific way on the chart, or?
You color it in the round color, so you would color it in yellow just now.
All right, okay. Yeah, I guess it makes sense. Why not?
2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I'm thinking I can still use all of mine in the last 3 rounds, so I'm not going to use them just yet. But, yeah. Okay. I know what I want. Are you ready?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. No majority. Okay. So we all just cross off any one square.
With a black pen or something.
Yeah, with a wee cross. And that was round number 8. And now we're on to round number 9. I'm going to delete it as we go down. Round number 9, blue. What am I going for? Okay. I know what I'm doing. Once you're ready, raise your fist in the air. Throw that shape! Throw that shape! Throw that shape! Ooh. I got the square that I wanted, and Javier gets a star.
Nice. So, what color?
Blue.
Nice.
Okay, so now there's only 3 rounds left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm thinking, regardless of what happens here, oh no, if I get 3 more wild tokens. 1, 2. I'm going to use a couple of my wild tokens just now. I'm going to get rid of 1 wild token and put in a blue. Actually, maybe I'll wait until it's yellow before I do that. That's interesting. I'll do that. And you know what? I'm even going to take off another wild token and put another blue into here. Actually, no. There we go. Sorry about my indecision, people.
Okay.
We are on round 10, the yellow round. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. L. And I get a star. L in yellow. There's definitely lots going on in this game. Because of all the different ways to score, I am finding it marginally overwhelming. I am going to chuck in a wee yellow there and remove 1 of my wild tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is what my sheet currently looks like. And penultimately, we are on the red round. Ready. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Made a T. Okay, we've got a T and a line from. So McCall gets 1 star, but we do get our T's. Okay, so this is where I need to use these tokens. I should really use 2 of them if I want to guarantee being able to use them all. 1, 2. Seems an obvious move. Almost get that. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable thing. And yeah. Okay, what shape have we got? I guess 2, 3, 4. Okay. Throw that. Are you ready? Throw
What
that
color?
shape.
Sorry?
Blue.
Okay, yeah.
Throw
All right.
that. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Throw that shape. Okay, so McCall and I went for an L. Javier went for a square.
Mine was a stick. Sorry, I wasn't very clear.
Oh, okay, so there was no consensus.
It's the camera, that's a weird angle, but yeah.
So that means that we don't actually do anything. We just cross off one of the squares. No one gets any wild tokens. And we have 2 things to use in the end. That is a wee bit of a shockaroonie. But for me, I think I'm clearly going to go for that one. And
What did you do?
I put a blue here and a blue here because of my 2 wild tokens. I used all my wilds. So remember, this is the scoring system. I wonder if I can copy paste it into chat maybe. Covering up lots of victory points for complete row. 10. It's not showing up very well.
Is there a way that you could put it? No, it's not going to work.
But basically, it's 10 for the rows, 20 for a complete column. If you've got 3 of the same color adjacent in a row, you get +3. 6 adjacent squares of the same color in a column. I forgot that. That was +6. If you've left any wild tokens unused, you get 3 points for every 2. And if you've completed all 3 smileys, you get 12. 2 is 7. 1 is 3.
Okay.
So I think the idea is that you look at the columns and you're like, okay, did I manage to get the colors in any of them? No, I didn't. Did I get a complete 1? Only in that 1 column. So 4 columns. Then 4 row, I got 20 for my complete columns. I got 1 to 30 for my complete rows, which makes it, I'm just going to paste this bit over here. If I can. Oh. Doesn't quite work. There we go. So I got 3 complete rows, so that's 30. 1 column, that's 20. Color rows, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 times 3 is 15. I didn't get anything in 1 column. I didn't have any unused things. And completed smileys, that is 12 points. So my final score, I guess, yeah, there's automatic calculation. That is 77 points. And that is how I did it. Javi's got 58 points. How many have you got, McCall?
Oh, can you help me calculate a little bit? So I got one complete row of the same color.
Let me, I will copy paste this into another thing. So one complete row, all full.
Yeah, one complete row, no complete columns.
Okay. Have you got any? How many rows with 3 of the same?
I have 3 reds on the same row. Adjacent.
Okay.
And I have another 3 blue on another row.
Okay.
And I have 6 yellow on the same row.
Okay, it's for each separate row.
Another free set of 3 reds on another row.
So it's on 3 different rows total. Is that right?
So okay, let me start from the start. So it's 3 blues on a row, 3 reds in a row, another 3 red on a row, and 6.
Can you show it up to the camera, maybe?
Yeah, sorry. There you go. Oh, it's gonna be because it's not like proper paper or anything, but
no, that's fine. So that's the rows going across. So it's 1 for the blues, 1 for the reds, another 1 for the reds down below. That's the third, and 1 for the yellows.
Yeah.
So that's going to be 4. So that makes 12 points. And you don't have any 6 complete things on the column. And
no, it doesn't count if it's on this row, does it? 6 on the row.
No, it's got to be 6 on the column.
Okay, yeah.
But did you manage to complete just one of the smileys you surrounded?
I'm not sure if that counts.
1 smiley is 3 points.
It was one of the random squares that we crossed off because we did get no majority on a shape.
Well, I think that's fine because Javi was mentioning that it doesn't matter whether it's a cross or a color thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's one smiley. And that's it, basically.
According to that, you got 25, Javier got 58, and I got 77.
Wow.
So it's a big difference between the... I realized at a certain point, hey, wait, okay, so I had... Oh, wait a minute, I cheated. I didn't complete that thing. No, I didn't get the 12 smileys. I've only gotten 7 points, so I've gotten 72. I still won, but I didn't decimate you quite as badly as I said. It feels like getting the wilds and is actually really good because you can pick off those little extra squares. That's so useful.
Sorry, I have a wild left, so I think it gives me extra points.
Oh, it's only if you have 2 wilds, it gives you 3.
Okay, yeah.
But what you can do if you've got 1 wild, if you can show it again, you might be able to use it somewhere. But it's going to be like 3 extra points. What did you think of this game, McCall?
I think it would be a lot better to play in person because via Zoom it's a bit confusing. I think it's a bit fiddly. Like it's a good game, and but like because it's got a complex structure, you know. Yeah.
Like in person, it would
be nice to have that reference table somewhere else to look at, like at any given time.
Yeah, for sure. And there's definitely a couple of issues with playing it on a stream with people who might not want to be prepared beforehand. Definitely the barrier for difficulty on some complexity for something like this. Complexity has a harder time of it. If you've got like 1 sheet that people can print out this one thing, it's a little bit easier. But I think that it's interesting because there are so many ways to score. It reminds me of you might not know this designer, McCall, but like Stefan Feld is a designer that's known for making what's called point salad games, where you can do this, or you can do that, or you can do that, or you can do the other thing. And here it feels like, okay, you can do the rows, or you can do the columns. Which row are you going to do? Which column are you going to do? Are you going to go for the set of 3 adjacent things? Are you going to go for the set of 6 in a column? Are you going to surround the smileys? And there's definitely something interesting there. And I don't want to shut down, anything, because this is definitely exploring really cool space to see, can you make something that's a bit more point salady, that has possible strategies that you can have within a game. I do like what it's trying to do. It feels actually very ambitious in a lot of ways. And also the whole throwing things, and then you throw shapes, and then these shapes, I guess it's like the whole voting, and yeah, like it ended up, I read it at the time and I was like, okay, I don't fully understand it, so I'm not going to comment on it right now. And then I realized now that what I made with James and Dina was quite similar in some ways. Like we ended up making a voting right. But of course, with that one, it felt like that was pretty much all there was to it. I don't know if there is definitely a maximum ceiling of complexity for what you can have on a stream like this, but it feels like, regardless of that, the other issue that I have with it is it just feels a bit sad. At the end, it feels like, this grid is so big that I didn't manage to do much of it at all. It feels like, okay, I did one column and I managed to do
that's why the columns score more like an hour, I realized, because they're so fucking long. Sorry, I didn't know supposed to. I can figure out why the scoring system is made the way that it is. Actually, looking at the board.
Yeah, like it feels like what you really want to do is just go for the columns and forget about the smileys. Just go for the columns. And I feel like if I were to play this again, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it says 14 by 7. So yeah, they're both very equal. I guess maybe it doesn't make much difference whether you go for columns or rows, because both of them you need to fill in a similar amount, and then you get proportionally the same thing. So it's very balanced. I don't know which I'm going for though. So maybe, like, do I want a wee bit more direction in this game? But no, it feels really strong, and I feel like I would like to. If I played it again, I feel like I could do better. I feel like I could have, with these reds, for example, just looking at it, there was one that I crossed off there, and if that was white, and I'd instead done it there, and then if I'd taken, the L around this smiley, although if I hadn't done the L around that smiley, I wouldn't have gotten that full thing, but yeah, then I would have gotten another 10 points. So like I can see instantly, okay, I could have changed these couple of decisions that I made and gotten another 10 points. Yeah. And it feels like I could definitely play better. That's a good sign. There's room for improvement. And Javi says I'd like to try it with more players too, which I didn't have the chance to do so. Javi just mentioned that in private chat, but I don't know, it feels, to see how many people throw the same shape, there's a lot going on, and this is like a really exciting game. There's so much to it. There's like so many aspects to it. It feels like, wow, this is really full on. It feels like it might be a wee bit, but as a game, I feel like you should be really proud of what you've achieved. I feel like Javier should be like really proud. I mean, to come up with something that has all these innovative mechanisms to have like the throwing shapes and voting and, you know, voting on which polyomino goes in, like that's something I've not seen in any game before.
Yeah, it reminds me of the Ticket to Ride dynamic a little bit, like a simplified abstract version of it.
You mean like
scoring a list?
You know,
there's many ways to score, and like, but you've got to calculate how many things you got to, like, you know.
But it's even more so, and it feels like here you've got to very much ignore some of the things, which I don't feel. It feels like I'm not sure if colors need to be part of the game at all. Like, it's nice putting in colors, but maybe that. I mean, yeah, Javier, I don't know. Yeah, that's the last thing I'm going to say, because that's actually the last thing that comes to my mind. That it felt like the different ways to score it was really cool, but I would be really tempted just to take the colors out of it. And so I know that's getting rid of 2 out of the ways to score. So then it becomes just rows, columns, and smileys, which can be seen as a wee bit boring. But yeah, like if you're okay, do you surround these or do you go for the rows and columns? That in itself could be an interesting thing. So you've still got the 2 mechanisms. I don't know. It felt to me like the colors, maybe if it were, or if you really want it to be in there, then alternatively, I would say make the colors worth a wee bit more, because it feels like having 6 in a row, that's a really big deal. Having 3 in a row on a row, that's quite easy to do. You can do that with 1 shape practically. Whereas having 6 in a row, that's really takes some doing, I think.
Yeah.
Especially with the black squares, because you'll probably have to get rid of a black square and color one of them in, and then you're giving up your opportunity to. But no, this is I feel like it's a really nice game. I mean, even though I'm not like, there's, you know, definitely a lot of different directions that it could go in. I feel like, you know, for what you've managed to bring about and for how it came about, you know, in this short amount of time, and then it's just like spawned from your mind, and this is it. This is, correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first proper playtest that it's had. Javier? And so, yeah, there you go. And so I think that's a really strong thing for. What do you think of it, McCall?
Yeah, I don't think it needs a lot of fine tuning, so to speak. It's just like, yeah, it will work so much better like in person, I think, you know, or with like more infrastructure to it if we're gonna play it online.
Yeah, like if everyone were able to print out a sheet, and yeah, if there were something easier.
Yeah, or like just have an online kind of fillable form or spreadsheet or something, you know, just an online version of it, I guess.
Yeah, to be fair, like if I'd sent you the Excel sheets that I have, I could have. I was trying to think. Do I even have your email? Like, oh yeah, because we sent something.
When we live together. Yeah.
To the Caversham, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, I shouldn't say dox myself, but yeah, to the management of the place that we used to live. But yeah, I could have emailed you, and I don't think I could have gotten it. But yeah, if that's something that could have been done. So, but no, it's a really nice game, and I would love to see what comes up with that. And if you, again, as I said to Diana, if you keep working on it, then it would be lovely to see how you get along in the future with it. Well, we've been going for almost a couple of hours, and I think that's a good, lovely couple of games. And so, let me say, if someone's watching this and they want to check me out, you know where to find me. Stuffbabes.com, stuffbabes.bigcartel.com, twitter.com/stuffbabes, instagram.com/stuffbabes, twitch.tv/stuffbabes. I am streaming at 10 a.m. UK time every day. Although in a couple of weeks, I think I'm going to start taking maybe do it down to 6 days a week. I'm not sure. youtube.com/stuffbabes for the old episodes, stuffbabes.com/discord. And yeah, you're very welcome, Javi. It's been lovely having you be part of this. And so, yeah, to recap, what did we do? We played 2 games of that Going Down, Coming Up game, and Silent Submarine, it was called. And where's my numbers notes? So the first game, who won it? I mean, it's a good sign of a game if you don't even remember who won. Oh, yeah. I came second and Javier came first. And then in the second game, McCall came first and Javier came second. And we were all way up in the stratosphere, just, crazy submarines launching into the sky. What's that all about? And that was a nice, silly, quick thing. And then this one was a bit more involved. But both of them were really nice creations in their own right. And I think it was lovely to see you, McCall. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for
yeah.
a couple of fun hours on my afternoon on Sunday.
No, it was really nice. I'm glad. I might do more impromptu things. I'm thinking of doing at some point barely bearable, busy.
Usually, I prefer to have things to look forward to, but it's nice to have these kind of things occasionally as well.
I want to say thank you, everyone, and thank you to Javier and Diana, who was here, Rob, and everyone who's been part of this game jam. And I'm just going to say thank you to everyone in the game jam. I'll probably talk about it a wee bit more tomorrow, just to reflect on it and what might change. But it's been lovely. And as I always like to say, over to you. What are you up to? You can share anything you want to. So, do you have any dinner plans, McCall? Are you having pizza or are you having something?
I've received my vegetable delivery this morning, so I'm gonna have to figure out a way to make some of those vegetables. Yeah.
Just put them in a stew. It's always the way.
No, I make curries a lot these days, and it's a very tasty way to make vegetables. So.
Oh, with bits of pilau rice.
Yeah.
Nice. Man, I don't know what we're having. I'm living with my parents at the minute, so we'll be eating together. We might potentially play a wee bit of My City. And don't worry, I'm not going to give you any spoilers, but I'm going to say that we got to the bit where you bleep inside a bleep, and then the bleep manages to bleep, and then and the person who's bleeped the most bleep will bleep. And so,
okay. Clear.
But I'm actually really enjoying it. And it's, honestly, there is a whole question of, environmental friendliness with legacy games. But I would say that it's done well. I'm enjoying it. I am definitely the biggest gamer in this household. If there hadn't been a strong catch-up mechanism, I would be winning this game, no doubts about it. But because of the catch-up mechanism, I've started losing, and there's been 2 games out of 15, I want to say, but they've both been very recent, where I've not even come in the top 2, just because the catch-up mechanism has started pushing me down, and it's like, damn you, catch-up mechanism. But it's good that it's there, because, otherwise it would be really boring. And so we'll see how it goes on at the end, and I'll let you know the final scores, because I don't think that's a spoiler for anyone. I think anyone who's interested in the game, saying that kind of vague stuff, I think is totally okay. But now I'm continuing to enjoy it, and I will be doing a wee bit of exercise as my goal for today, like some sit-ups, or maybe I might be listening to Flower by Moby and doing the whole leg raises thing and push-ups thing to Moby, see if I can get through that, because I can get through the whole Mobi for sit-ups and leg raises, which I was quite proud of.
Nice.
Is there anything else you want to talk about, McCall, before we say goodbye?
Not particularly, no.
Okay. Any walks planned? Anything?
Maybe next week. I'm chatting to a couple of people to see if I can arrange something, but we'll see.
Okay, and Javier, if there's anything you want to mention, feel free to, for next streams, do that. Share, spread the word. I only have, let me go on to Twitch, and where's Paula Deming? There's just the three of us, but I am going to raid Paula Deming, who is doing a thing called Galentine. And I didn't know this before today, but Galentine was actually invented by a character on an old show called Parks and Rec, which I hear is quite good, and I hear it's and I'm wanting to see it, but I've not seen it. But apparently one of the characters in 2010 said, hey, February the 13th is my Galentine. What I do is we get together and we just have brunch, and we just have a good time with everyone. So it's kind of the day before Valentine's Day, and it's meant to be just getting together with your pals. And so, it's quite a nice idea. Anyway, some people have done a thing called Galentine, so that's where we're going to raid, and Paula is doing some sort of board games. So I will say for now, if anyone's watching, that is the end of the show. So, bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Oh, bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, 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 bye. And now it's time to go. Bye, 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 bye. This is a goodbye song. Bye, 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 bye. Thank you for watching along. Bye, 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 bye. This is the end of the show. Bye, bye. Bye, bye. And now it's time to go. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Bye-bye, everyone.